Coming up on Now You Made It Awkward podcast. One preacher punching another preacher. That was funny. I agree. That was that very first opening scene.
It was a father fight.
Father fight, yeah. It was a dad fight.
Our fathers who aren't in combat.
Yeah. That's funny. That is funny. And he's like, wait, are you jerking in the shower? He's like, yeah, moi, or whatever. What, we. You know, he speaks French. I don't French. It's fine. It's not a real language.
He says yes.
He says yes, yes, but in Dolo language.
Meth Heffy is mean.
Methed out Heffy on the streets, knife handing people in traffic, like just doing woodwork in random parking lots. It's like, this is not the fucking barn, Heffy. Where's the barn if I make the barn?
Why is your car jacked up and a piece of wood hooked up to it? I didn't need a bigger lathe.
Just building a bigger Jetta. He's like building a gigantic version of the Jetta on the back of the Jetta. It's like, what are you doing? I need a bus.
I'm making it out of wood.
I'm making a Jetta bus.
It's going to fly.
He's literally taking apart Steve to put it on top of the fucking Jetta. No, you literally take the entire back half of Steve, set it on top of the Jetta, cut the Jetta's inner roof off, and you're just like, this is good. But let's try it on somebody smaller. Like a toddler. We're like, much better.
Don't microwave toddlers.
Do not microwave babies.
Do not.
Don't be like the Flash. Do not microwave babies.
PSA from Now You Made It Awkward. Do not microwave toddlers.
Now you microwave the baby.
Rolling up over black Cadillac, high heel boots, and a sexy body full of tats.
This is my morning.
I know. So the pizzas I ordered, it was like $89 for two of them.
Oh damn!
But like the more you get, the more discounts you get, and all that kind of stuff like that. So the default was $6, and I'm like, I'm not spending $140 fucking dollars. Although probably would make for a good party.
Should have told me. I would have chipped in on one.
I got a buy two get one free coupon now.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just
New Year's.
have to read the thing.
No.
Maybe not, but we'll see. Okay.
No. Definitely not.
But why? Okay.
No one showed up. We ate all the pizza.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. Oh, good. I still had the thing.
It was the most depressing episode ever.
Yeah. All right. So I've got messages from the Tyler. I have messages from Sean, but those are for when we do the unboxing. So that should be interesting. Seriously, why is I'll have to figure it out. It's fine. But for some reason, my Firefox is not synchronizing my histories.
Stupid Firefox.
Okay, so let's try the beer real quick. We do have a Speedway Stout from Ale Smith, and this is their chocolate pecan pie.
Oh, no.
Smellings.
No one jumped the gun today.
Yep. All right.
That's really nice.
A little bit bitter, but not bad. This is going to be one of those ones that gets better as it warms up. We'll get a lot more of those pecan flavors. Oh, yeah, I forgot one other thing I wanted to do.
Yeah, it's fairly neutral at the moment. It's stouty, but that's...
Watch your eyeballs. Things are about to turn on. There we go. Turn down the brightness slightly. There we go. Actually, it works out because you're wearing bluish colors and I'm wearing red, so that works. Okay. Just a little bit of light fill. I'm working on the production here, peoples. You can't blame me for all the goodness I'm making happen. All right, guys. So we do have some, we're going to start on kind of a serious note because this weekend was wrought with death across the world.
Yeah, it's been a week.
Multiple mass shootings.
Even under my rock, I still heard some shit.
Yeah, there's no way to not hear some shit this weekend. So the tragic murder of director Rob Reiner in his home in California by apparently his son, but obviously that's allegedly. And then a mass shooting at Brown University, where I'll have to look up the actual
I missed
numbers.
that one.
Yeah, Brown University. Well, the much larger shooting in Australia kind of took precedent. It was the same day. So I think it was Friday night Rob Reiner was found. Saturday during the day, there was the once again, I believe it was Saturday. The shooting at Brown University. We'll cover more in depth here in a bit. And then in Bondi Beach in Australia, and was it Victoria? I think I could have my states wrong. We'll look at it more. But that was a much greater loss of life event, and that was in a beginning of Hanukkah.
Yeah, it was a festival.
Yeah, Hanukkah festival being begun there in Australia. So massive.
So
loss
it
of life.
It was a terror attack.
It was a terror attack. I mean, technically, I would guess that both events of the shootings were probably somewhat terror attacks. Rob Reiner is more than likely just a person with mental issues. But, hearts go out to all the people injured in all this, and hopefully there will be swift justice.
That had the mental issues?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, our president had some choice words to say about Rob Reiner's possible mental institute.
Came out at the perfect time, too.
Yeah. No, I mean, he just went off on him because we'll cover it more, but we want to get the show started there. We just wanted to make sure that's first because we're going to have some fun, hopefully, today, talk about TV shows and upcoming things, and then, of course, horrible, horrible, tragic deaths.
Bring it up, bring it down, bring it back up.
It's an elevator ride here. But we're starting off the day with a beer, like you should.
Yes.
Yeah, so either way, we'll get the ball rolling with that. So, guys, welcome back to the Now You Made It Awkward podcast. I am Shoky, and I am wearing our Christmas merch. I don't think you can still get the beanies because whatever. You probably might be able to get the old school Christmas shirt, the Now You Made It Awkward Christmas shirt. And on the back, it says Merry Awkward Christmas. So I designed these a couple years ago, so that's up. You can go check out the Teespring store. By the way, I was reached out to by TeePublic. To possibly say, hey, do you want to switch from Teespring? It's another online thing. Either way. So, of course, like I said, I am Shoky. You can follow me on all the Shoky-related links down below. And, that could be the Shoky Reviews 2, or the Doesn't Have to Make Sense, the live stream channel, which I've been doing a little bit more of the discussions and stuff like that, not just pure reactions. It's a slow changeover because people don't just want straight up, like, completely different content. Hiccup burp. That's always fun. Right into the microphone.
Yep. Professional.
Yep. And of course, if you want the full uncut video version of this podcast, you can do so over at the Shoky Reviews Patreon. So for as little as $5 a month, you can do that. And I do have a new announcement to make here on the show. Because something I did over the weekend, I reactivated the Now You Made It Awkward Discord. And I have different sections set up over there. So now you've got general discussion, areas where you can have discussions for the show, with the show, whatever. And then, of course, Meme of the Week. So I have a Meme of the Week section for you guys to submit stuff for us. The link will be down below, or you can go check out the Facebook page. Heffy will tell you about the Facebook page here in a little bit, but there you go. But also, guys, I do want to point out, we have the return of the Fat Cam.
Yes, Fat Cam's back.
So we have the Fat Cam up there because we don't have a Chad Cam today. We have a whole bunch of crap in Chad's chair.
Notice, since the last time we had the Fat Cam, I'm less fat.
You're less heavy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're less fat, but you're definitely you're less heavy. But I don't know about less fat. But either way, wave hi to the people. I'm trying to look at the camera, not at the screen.
Now, apparently, my new barometer to how fat I am
yeah.
is going to the movies at our favorite
how
movie
well
theater.
You fit in the seats. But even that's not
how far the table closes.
I don't even know if that's fair because the seats are so out of whack. Even between two seats, things are actually
last time it closed all the way, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, but once again, that seat might have been far more bolt upright than other ones tend to be, and I've noticed. Because I usually pick the same 2 or 3 seats in every theater. If I move from one to the next, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this seat? And like, because they're so fucking broken. Either way, of course, with me over there across from us is the Heffo.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's not morning.
It's my morning.
It's 2:15 in the afternoon.
I woke up 2.5 hours ago.
That's fine. I woke up way more than that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lock in the.
After a whole 5 hours of sleep.
I mean, that's
feet hit the floor and haul ass.
That's kind of how it do, anyways. So, either way, of course, you can follow his exploits over at Grounded and Grumpy. What did we say last week? Grounded and Awkward.
Grounded and Awkward.
Is that what the thing we said? Grounded.
We haven't changed them yet.
No, but that would be fun.
Yeah.
So maybe for our anniversary episode. So here's the thing. So we have both the epic episode 200 coming up next year, but we also have the anniversary show, which I'll have to look and see when it happens, because Valentine's Day is actually the anniversary of the show.
Okay.
Like the first ever episode aired on Valentine's Day 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So like an actual anniversary episode, maybe everybody will change their thing to something awkward, just for funsies, like we said last week with Chad. So of course Chad isn't here, but over there in his chair is literally nothing. Hold on, I can't hit a button. Here we go. Nope, that didn't work either. So there we go. So third seat over there, aka the Fat Cam. There's no Chad, but you can go follow Chad over at C4 Graphics, and then if you need any vinyl work or printing and work done like that, you can go do that. Also, he and the family are doing traveling for Christmas.
Yeah, much needed time off. He's been breaking himself working in that shop.
A little bit. So they're traveling currently. He sent us a picture when we said, hey, we're going to get started on the show. And he's like, from the car. Probably shouldn't have been doing that while driving, but whatever, Chad.
He's multi-talented.
Yeah, so they say. That's getting a little more pie flavor.
There you go.
All right, so Hefe,
Yes, sir.
where can they contact the show if they want to?
They can email us at NowYouMadeItAwkwardMail@gmail.com. They can follow us on Instagram at Nymea_pod, and they can also check out our Facebook page at Now You Made It Awkward Podcast, where they can send us messages and written texts as our friends Chad and Sean do.
Indeed. And guys, you don't have to leave it for just them to do. I know Jay said a while back he wanted to send in a message, and then he didn't. Jay, we're still waiting on that. You got us literally on the edges of our chairs here. But that's because the chairs are very small. They're very small. We just can't not sit on the edge of it. See, I got to adjust. Either way. So we do have messages from Tyler today. Sean sent in several messages, but that will be for the show that we do once we're all together, because we do have Christmas presents from Sean. By the way, guys, I do want to say Merry Christmas, because if you notice, we are wearing our Christmas stuff, because this is coming out the week of Christmas. In fact, I might actually just go ahead and put this out on Christmas Day for the fuck of it. It's like, it'll be done. I might as well, right? Well, if I continue my editing ahead of time thing.
Yeah.
So I actually went ahead and edited properly.
Nice.
This past week. I haven't had a chance to proof listen yet to the current episode, but it will be going up soon. All right, guys. So we do have from Tyler, and I can tell that he listened to he listened to the previous show. So we got a couple messages here. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Question for the pod, or also isn't it annoying when? So do you guys have a thing with your significant others where I guess they expect you to have the ultimate super hearing? Because I've had that with my wife pretty much for like our entire marriage.
Super hearing.
Yeah, even back in our old townhome, much smaller than like our house, I could be like 2-3 rooms away next to like the dishwasher and the laundry machine going, and she's on the other side of the house, like through a wall and doorway and such, and she'll just ask me a question like a regular voice. I'm like, what? And then she'll just ask it again, and then she gets really annoyed that I can't understand her after that. Yet, bizarrely enough, like I could be in the same room with her, and if there's like a minor noise next to her, kind of get the like, you'll have to wait, I can't hear you over this. But it seems like that doesn't really affect or happen to me. Heck, I can have a screaming 1-year-old in my ear and just get the regular volume questions. It's always just kind of bewildered me. Slightly annoyed, but also kind of hilarious, because it's like, man, I must be expected to have a superpower here. That's it.
Yes, it is quite annoying to have your significant other believe that you can hear from the other end of the house. However, being that I am mostly deaf in one ear, that's a little bit difficult. And because, as we've joked on this show before, I'm deaf in my right ear, Jessica's deaf in her left ear, and for some reason we choose to sit that way on the couch. So if one person talks,
done.
If there's a phone on and someone's watching something, nothing gets heard. That's how life goes. But he did remind me of something, and I'm trying to find it. I don't know if I will. But in the meantime...
Yeah, My wife is one of those that likes to communicate across the house, and I nixed that early on. I refuse to communicate that way. So every time she tried, even today, she still tries. I just don't engage. You need to talk to me, come talk to me. Let's have a proper conversation. Let's make sure lines of communication are clear instead of ambiguously shouted across the house.
Yes.
So, yeah, I just don't engage.
That's a fair point.
Of
And
course, I'm not the nicest human being, but
what? That's the first time hearing of this. Let's see here. Oh, that's the wrong button. And did I just hear a river making noise? Just heard something. Sorry, I got the image I want.
like
and
you're
I
stuck.
can't. I have the image I
Give
want.
him a minute. He's buffering.
I'm not buffering. The universe is. The problem being Pinterest.
I had a weird Matrix moment the other morning.
Uh-oh.
I was driving home from work, and a raccoon ran from the left side of the road to the right side of the road right in front of me.
Uh-huh.
And about a quarter mile later, back on that long, dark, twisty road, another raccoon ran from the left side of the road to the right side of the road right in front of me. Looked exactly like it. It's like, holy crap, there's a glitch.
Deja vu. The click. Deja vu happens when they change something.
Are they migrating?
Yeah, they are. So Tyler giving us that funny question about how annoying things that his wife does reminded me of one of my favorite memes, technically speaking, as we have here on the screen.
Meme of the week.
Meme of the week, which guys you can subscribe, you can do over on the Discord. You can submit your memes and we'll pick them. All right. So this is, why does my wife always wait until I'm at the opposite end of the house before asking me? That's fantastic. I love that. That is fantastic. Thank you for reminding me of that, Sean, of Tyler, because I did not have time to pick out a meme of this week. Mm-hmm. So it's like, and I want more community engagement from you guys out there. You can join the Discord, or you can just send them to me on the Facebooks, as we already discussed. Do like Tyler does.
The ones that make us laugh the hardest will be meme of the week.
Maybe, or if there's upvoting situations.
Right.
Yes. So, because I almost went and got almost like a Fank of the Week, like good old Mighty Car Mods. Which, by the way, shout out to Mighty Car Mods for doing a secret poster drop today. Didn't want to have to buy another poster so soon, but they're like, hey, our latest car that we're not going to debut until the Christmas Day movie, you can buy the poster for it right now. We're not going to show it to you. So you have to buy the poster. To
Sight unseen?
Sight unseen. Oh, yeah, they should be doing it as a sight unseen poster. That would be great. All right, so now we have a separate question from Tyler. So that was the first one. This one apparently he said is like more Christmas themed in theory, or it's a complaint.
Since this is the last podcast stuff before the holidays and all, I thought I'd also send in a more Christmas-related one. So do you guys have any like ridiculous stories that people told you about how they found out Santa wasn't real? Because I always remember back in like elementary school, my friends that are trying to see, prove how cool they were about their amazing knowledge that Santa wasn't real. And it was always like these stupid, insane stories. It's like, yeah, I can tell your story's not real too. Specifically, I remember one guy talking about how he was laying in his bedroom one night and he saw his parents walk by the door, rolling his bike down the hallway that Santa gave him for Christmas, which I've always felt like, even if they thought he was asleep, why the fuck would the door be wide open? They'd be going straight by his room. And then another one, though, was someone told me he laid down under a Christmas tree and watched his parents come in and sit Christmas presents on top of him, so he knew that Santa wasn't real because of that. I'm pretty sure I had several other more bullshit, retarded stories, but I just thought I'd share those because those were what came to mind.
He did tell me he meant to hit the send button and he hit the menu button. That's why I went on. He did say, by the way, the guy that said he saw the bike roll past the door lived on the second floor, and all from my memory, their tree and presents were always downstairs. Mm-hmm. So the parents must have hid it in their closet or something upstairs to do that. I mean, I don't have any crazy stories. Mine, I just figured it out. Nobody told me. I was just a very smart kid. I think I figured it out when I was like 4. Because I realized, wait, Santa brings the presents in the same packaging that I can just get at the store. And then occasionally there was still a sticker attached. Because back in the day, kids, they used to put price tags on things where they had to take a clicker of some sort and go, tick, and the price was actually printed on it by a little machine. It wasn't just the UPC that got scanned. So back in the 80s, the far off past of the 80s. I don't know why I said it that way, but it just seemed like it should be said that way. Way back in the 1900s.
Back in the
I'm going to start.
yeah.
I'm going to start referring to it as back in the 1900s because it seems to be the most effective way to do anything. What do you got, Heffy?
Nothing, man. We figured it out. Parents were, Dad was a Marine cop. Mom was teacher. So yeah, they didn't bullshit us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there was never any like just.
Oh, they did some pageantry when we were little. Banging brooms on the ceiling and ringing jingle bells and stuff like that.
You,
when we
you
were in
actually
another room.
got that? I never got that.
Yeah, they had some fun with it.
That's cool.
Yeah, but yeah, it wasn't too terribly long after that we figured stuff out.
Well, I mean, I say that I never got anything like that, but I don't remember anything like that. I know people who do like the flower up the fucking walkway or the fake snow or shoe prints outside. Like they'll get somebody else's pair of boots and they'll fucking go tramp through the dirt or something like that. Or, I'm pretty sure I did milk and cookies 1 or 2 years. But then I thought about it and I'm just like, but nobody wants to drink milk that's been sitting out.
And your dad's going, I think it sounded like a whiskey and a Nutter Butter better.
Right. No, my dad would have been like, I want a Bud Light. Well, I guess a Budweiser back then. But no, I other than just me, and I figured it out so young, I guess there wasn't a need for pageantry, and I assume at some point I brought it up to my parents that I knew that Santa was fake. I do remember the last time my mom made me go sit on like a Santa's lap. I was like way, way too fucking old to be doing that. And I went to work with her back when she still worked in Houston. And it was the Santa that was in the lobby at their building. So, like I said, I was way too old for that. But I went up there and I leaned against Santa's leg because there was no sitting on that poor bastard. So, I was like, I was a big kid.
You weren't a tiny child.
I wasn't much of a child anymore. I think I was like 11 or something. I was up there.
That happened to me. I grew super fast, super young.
Yeah.
Super huge.
Well, I mean, I hit my growth spurt, like the good growth spurt,
hell.
like 7th grade or something.
Dad owned a rent-own store up in Missouri. In the 7th grade, I was making deliveries, hauling furniture after school.
Yep. Picking up entire buildings, and moving by yourself. We've heard the stories of Heffy the Pack Mule.
Yes.
We need a Heffy the Mule poster, or a shirt for you. Just need to design all these things. Guys, let us know your weird Santa stories of how you figured out if Santa's real, or how your kids might have figured it out. Like, did you guys do anything for Luke at all growing up?
Not really.
Amy, I figured you might not.
I didn't. Amy did a little bit.
Okay. But did he just like give up on the concept of Santa?
Pretty much.
Okay.
He was a very independent, very down-to-earth, very practical kid. He was honestly,
Not retarded enough to believe.
He was honestly a great kid to raise. He was so good heart. Just he's turned into
You say that as though he's dead. Like
No.
he's like he was such a good kid.
no, he's
to
turned into a
raise.
really good young man.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, he's just recently turned 18, and I'm proud of him.
Yeah, he's so good that I'm concerned that he's gonna have like his villain arc at some point, and we're just gonna have to deal.
We're
with
gonna
it.
team up.
We're gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with the shittiest version of Luke ever. Dark Luke. Dark Luke has entered the chat.
Jeff Sidious.
Terrible. Well, then again, if he moves out on his own and if he moves away to go do a job somewhere, then God knows what he could when he comes back.
Who knows? He might find a job while he's on spring break. They're heading out to Midland, Odessa area to hang out and camp in some mountains over there or something like that.
Yeah, that could
Because
definitely.
apparently there's a mountain over there.
A singular.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a dirt.
Apparently the largest dirt hill we call a mountain in Texas.
Yeah, because the tallest mountain in Texas is Mount Bonnell in Austin.
Yeah.
And to call it a mountain it's a stretch.
Yeah.
It's a very tall hill. It is a bitch to get up there because it gets real steep.
Just a big hill.
Yeah. But realistically, the Texas Hill Country, around there, Fredericksburg, all that kind of stuff, apparently it is not actually hill country, it's valley country. It's actually erosion that caused that. The hills weren't pushed up, the ground was washed away by the rivers, and it's just the harder stone that's stuck.
That's leading down into the ocean.
Pretty
What used to be the basin.
I guess so, yeah. All right. So, without Chado being here, we don't have any other inputs, but that's fine. You have to just look over at the chair occasionally. Longingly. It's been 3 weeks. Been 3 weeks, Chad. We miss you. Come back to us.
Yes.
Well, now we have to wait longer to open our fucking presents.
We're NASCAR lonely.
After. No. We have presents from Sean that he told us we have to open together and on camera. So at bare minimum, when he comes back, if we don't have a show in the can at that point, we need to... well, no, because it'll have to be... When they come back, we're going to have to do it for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Because it's like the next show is New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Or we can grab them, sit down somewhere, have a beer, and do it right there and just...
Yeah. Well, they said they're coming back Tuesday or Wednesday. That would be Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve. Or,
ouch. So, yeah, we're not going to get to it.
We're not getting a show in next week anyways. Nope. That's why we're doing a Christmas.
It's a bye-week.
Unless we do it on Friday or something.
We can do Friday.
If we can get together on Friday, we'll do it that way. We'll figure it out. Scheduling. So it happens. That way we keep our numbers on track. Because I need to sit down and actually calculate exactly when episode 200 is supposed to happen so we can plan ahead. And then we can plan like within a couple regardless, we're going to record episode 200 on these days.
You're going to give us a buffer or something?
No, I'm going to set the exact day we're going to do it on because regardless, that's going to be episode 200.
Nice.
And then like that way, because if
we should probably double up those weeks anyway and
kind
of get ahead of it.
Well, the point is that because even with 100 was filmed before 99.
Yeah.
So that's, behind the scenes there, 100 was filmed before 99 because that's just the only weekend we could make it happen with everybody. 151 was pretty much in line with where it was going to happen, but it didn't release.
Took you forever to edit.
It only took me a week and a half to fucking edit that thing. Episode 200, if it goes the way I plan on it, it's going to be... I'm probably going to need help. Realistically, is what it's going to be.
He'll be beating his head against the wall.
I'm gonna need an assistant editor probably for that episode, but we'll plan ahead, and we're gonna need some questions and stuff from you guys for that. But also, guys, if you're hearing this, presumably because we're gonna do this before New Year's hits, we're gonna be doing our end of the year lists. So favorite, top 5 TV shows, movies, things you've gotten or experienced, and then of course your worst versions of all those things too. So we're gonna need to do that. I will get you guys the thing and
so we can start working on it.
So we can start working on it. I got to do mine too because apparently so many more good fucking things are coming out near the end of this fucking year. So I spent the weekend watching movies and TV shows.
I caught one up last night.
Yes. So me and Jessica, well, mostly me because Jessica was falling asleep, watched the new Knives Out.
Yes.
Wake Up Dead Man. And I did a whole review, guys. If you don't know, I'm doing movie reviews over on the Patreon, typed out, so that people don't mistake my words. That I don't want to sit and talk in front of a camera if I can help it. But the third installment in the Knives Out series, and I would say that it is a step up from Glass Onion.
Yes,
but still doesn't hold the candle to the first one. Do you agree, the Heffy?
I'm with you right there. The first one was the best. Glass Onion was more fun, silly. Damn, the Wake Up Dead Man. Holy crap, that was good.
Good pun, too. Holy crap. Because it deals with a murder in a Catholic church. At least I think technically Catholic.
Yes, Catholic.
Because other ones have priests like that, too. But it seemed Catholic, but also could be one of the other offshoots of the that area.
Starts off hysterical.
Okay, first off, no, it doesn't. It starts off slow as fuck.
It starts off with the preacher getting decked.
Yeah.
That was funny.
One preacher punching another preacher. That was funny. I agree. That was that very first opening scene.
It was
funny.
A father fight.
Father fight, yeah. It was a dad fight.
Our fathers who aren't in combat.
Yeah. That's funny. That is funny. Well, there's only one singular directional combat there. So, I mean, I'm not going to go over the entire movie. It's on the Netflix, but it did release in theaters, so we probably could have gone and see it in theaters if we wanted to. Jessica slept through
I'm actually
most of it.
glad we didn't. I would have been kind of
Bro.
irritated seeing that in theaters. That was a long movie.
Almost 2.5 hours. It's 2 hours and 26 minutes. It's just shy of fucking three.
Yeah,
2.5 hours.
I turned it on and looked at that, so that's cutting into my Diablo time.
Dude, I literally didn't watch it the day it dropped because I was like, I won't have time to fucking get that done
Yeah.
before cooking, because I got home late that day. So
The twists were good.
I
I figured out
So
one of them early on.
So I figured out. Actually, here, let me pull. Since I do tend to read my Patreon.
Well, this is coming from somebody who's listened to the entirety of the Sherlock Holmes collection, all the writings of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
I listened to all this fucking
Well,
Arthur Conan
It
Doyle.
was 102 hours.
This is
and I
nowhere
had a
near
long road trip.
This is nowhere near as deep as a Sir Arthur Conan
But
Doyle.
still, I knew a lot of the tropes, and I saw one of the mechanisms early on.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so this is my review for the movie, and you can let me know if you think about this. So I got my good, the bad, and the ugly, and then whatever. So I say, Benoit Blanc is back for this holy roller of a murder mystery, and whomst done it. The plot: a young priest is shuffled off to a remote church after getting in trouble to serve under an asshole of a father. After many months with this church and its twisted core of parishioners, the Monsignor dies in an impossible murder situation. Blanc arrives to unbury the truth behind the robes. But how do you solve a case of a man of God killed by the devil? So that was the plot I wrote out. So I put in the good, and feel free to jump in on anything you think here too. But the cast is stellar. Everyone is acting their ass off or chewing the scenery as much.
Was that Mila Kunis?
That was Mila Kunis as
I
the
liked
sheriff.
it.
Yeah. But the funny part is...
I kept going, shut up, Meg.
Yeah. Well, when she first showed up, I was like, wait, is that what's her face?
I know
the
the
first
voice.
one. No, her face. I was like, I never realized how much she does look a bit like Anna de Armas from the first movie. And I said they were acting their asses off and chewing the scenery as much or as little as they
But her in a uniform and a Sam Brown, she looks way different than we're used to seeing her.
Still hot. Yeah. All right. The mystery is pretty dense like the previous movies. And when you think you've solved it, another layer unravels. Mm-hmm. Even like all the way up to the actual solution, which, by the way, I saw the person who done it from the beginning. Mm-hmm. I just didn't understand why. And I think that's kind of how Blanc usually does, is he solves it pretty quick, and then the rest of it unravels.
He fills in the gaps.
Yes, but also the one thing that was good about this one was a manipulation that he didn't see coming that changed the investigation, mm-hmm. which I thought was great. All right.
That was the twist at the end.
Well, not even that. The twist in the middle. There was a twist in the middle.
Yeah.
I did say it was also beautifully shot, just like the previous two, although it's starting to show its, not age, but show its, it doesn't stand out as much of a movie because so many people have copied the techniques.
Well, they shot it really similar in Death of a Unicorn.
Yes.
That was shot in a very similar manner.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. Okay, and then I said that there's a lot of heavy-handed messaging. The characters are mostly shitty for specific reasons that scream, this is 2024. Now, I put that with an asterisk in the good section. In the bad section, the first 1/3 is incredibly slow as they build out the cast and the story up until Blanc arrives.
As are most of these.
No, the first one was not slow at all. The first one jumped straight in.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, the second one was pretty...
Had a lot of build-up.
The second one was build-up, but...
They had a lot of BS and tomfoolery.
Yeah, because the beginning of it is actually a backstory literally being told by the main character, and then we see how he gets to the point where he's telling the story.
The whole puzzle boxes and all that?
I'm talking about the new one.
Okay.
Yeah, talking about the current one. The overall length at nearly 2.5 hours, it is a slog, but once it gets to the part where it starts unfolding, it's good.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The length, once it hooked.
Yeah, like the last hour just flies. Just like, holy fuck, this is still going?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then once again, I said the heavy-handed messaging. So there was a lot of 2024 messaging embedded in this, especially at the beginning when we're talking to the influencer guy, and he literally is like, I tried all of the things of 2024 mm-hmm. to get into office, and none of it worked. And I was like, and then there was a couple other things.
And I was sitting there going, that's your problem. You couldn't stick to your guns. You couldn't stick with anything.
He literally
jumped around so much.
Yeah. He tried all the hot button
to appease public opinion, and no one could believe you.
Yeah. So basically he was pretending to be a Democrat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in the end proved to basically be a Democrat
mm-hmm.
anyways. Yep. So either way, but no, I mean, I say the messaging was both good and bad because on the good side, it was like the heavy-handed messaging to build out the character motivations, and on the bad side, it's like, fuck this piece of shit of a character. But that was the point, right?
Yeah.
And also, there were good characters. Like, I mean, like just pure good
The lawyer
characters.
chick.
Not just the lawyer chick, but Samson.
Yeah.
You know, Thomas Hayden Church's character. He was just a purely
Genuinely good dude.
just genuinely good character, good dude. I don't think they covered the fact he was
Other than
he
her
was a little
motives,
off.
the chick in the wheelchair.
Yeah. Actually,
She wanted to be healed.
she wanted to be healed. Like she was there for a good reason.
She wanted to believe in something.
Yep, she thought that faith would heal her. And
Everyone else was a shithead.
yes, and I don't really want to go into spoilers because I do want people to watch this movie. All right, the other bad I had was what?
And fucking dude from Avengers was in it.
Which one? You're gonna have to narrow
The
that.
doctor.
Oh, Hawkeye.
Yeah,
Yes.
Hawkeye.
Yeah. Well, that's the reason I knew this movie was coming. When he was on Rogan, he talked about it
Yeah.
months ago, like 6 months ago. He
I
talked
can't
about.
remember his name.
I'm just gonna let you sit on it.
Okay.
It's fine. All right, I say it doesn't do much to change the murder mystery formula. It follows almost the exact same path as the previous two movies. The final reveal wasn't that big of a shock.
Yeah.
But it's like it tried to change things up by the retelling of the story at the beginning of how we got our backstory. That's how it felt like it was changing the formula, but then the rest of the formula was the same.
Mm-hmm.
But also, you got Blanc getting into his ego still.
Well, it was a good homage to a lot of the Poirot novels and a lot of the whodunits that were popular, in our parents' and grandparents' generation.
But you notice one thing that was said, because Sean asked me if he needed to watch the other movies to watch this one, and I'm like, no, they stand alone because they don't reference the other movies. However, they still reference the same point that Benoit Blanc is famous for, the Kentucky Derby thing that he solved before everything else, when he first gained his fame.
All the other movies do is flesh out who Benoit Blanc is.
Does it, though?
They let you learn more about him.
I mean, one thing I liked about the second one was it was set in the era of COVID. They just didn't say it was COVID.
Yeah.
They just said whatever.
But you saw more of him in his home environment sitting around in the second one.
When he was in the fucking bathtub playing Among Us with other murder mystery people, that shit was like, hey, by the way, it's 2020 in case you didn't remember. I mean, these movies are definitely of the era they were filmed in, and I guess that's kind of a good thing. All right. The ugly, none to speak of.
Not really.
There's nothing I would consider ugly in this.
Nothing that made me mad.
No. And nothing I thought that was unforgivable, nothing I thought was mad. Or made me mad enough to be pissed off about. I gave it a 6.1 though. It's good, but if the first one is like a 7.8 or 7.8, the second one is probably like a 5.9. Like I don't really want to watch Glass Onion again. I would rewatch this.
I do for some of the characters. The characters were very interesting in Glass Onion.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. And like you said, the one in the middle was more fun, but the mystery was dumb.
Yeah.
And that was the point, is like everything is dumber than you people are giving it credit for, was the theme of that one. This one.
That was Occam's razor to a T.
It was. Actually, I think it was Hanlon's razor. The stupidest option is. But I think the. Wait, is that Hanlon's razor? I think Hanlon's razor, whatever gets the most clicks.
But that was Biden's razor, the stupidest option always.
No, that's the. Whatever. You know the thing.
The thing with the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
What?
Yeah. But like I said, this one was better. This one was definitely better than Glass Onion, but the length really hurt it. The fact that it didn't change it up enough for me to really go, yeah, this is better than the first one. It's still great. That's why it's a 6.1.
One thing that really made me laugh with my dark humor, pancake. They said pancake him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that, yeah.
Watch the movie, catch the joke, laugh.
Yeah.
Or not.
You need to watch it again. Like, see, the thing is, it's such a long movie and you're paying attention. Like, I will say this. I legitimately was on my phone for the first, 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it was just not hooking me. I wanted to watch it but Blanc wasn't even introduced in the first 30 minutes. You know, we still had to build up through the murder.
I kind of got into it from the beginning. The main character is a good storyteller.
I guess.
Yeah.
But also, I think he hooked you with violence. But I was going to say the overall theme.
Hooked. Yeah, good pun.
Yeah. I would say that the theme of the first one was liars. The theme of the second one is everything is dumber than you think it is, and the theme of the third one is faith.
I'd say greed.
Well, greed is definitely
Greed
the second
corrupting
one.
ultimately.
Greed is the second one, but this one is all about faith. Like, everything about it is faith. The one guy who is trying to have faith more than anyone is the person struggling the most. But then you get the people who went from having faith to using faith instead to gain personally. But even to the point that we see the Blanc has his own road to Damascus moment, even as he called it, in the thing. And he was like,
Well,
because he realized he was doing things for fame at that point. He's like, I can solve an impossible mystery.
Wicks was also controlling faith, mitigating faith.
Absolutely.
Almost quelling faith.
Absolutely.
To maintain control.
That's what I was saying, is that it was faith being used as a tool for personal whatever it might be, especially once you get the reveal of what was going on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to do that here because it's a murder mystery fucking thing. Go watch it. Like, and don't get me wrong, the one thing I get annoyed a little bit, and Glass Onion really pissed me off about it, was basically like Blanc shows up, figures out a good bit of it, right? But then the rest of it is just people getting caught and then just spilling their guts. Or in this case, we had a literal tell-all moment.
Oh yeah, I recorded.
He recorded the whole fucking thing. It's like, oh, well, shit, that's all we need. Now
They're barring the door, holding it back.
Yeah. Now, I will say there was some physical comedy in this one that I thought was great. That moment where they're like, look at each other, and then Blanc shoves the door closed and he dives for the other thing. And the only thing was the MacGuffin that we didn't know existed. That's the only part I didn't like. There is a MacGuffin within the movie, but we don't even know about it until way late in the thing. I'm not going to say it again. That was my only... I didn't include that on there. Okay, so my final thoughts. While an improvement over Glass Onion story is definitely bloated, first third is so slow just to give us a backstory, I found myself scrolling Facebook until something meaningful happened. But so far, the sequels have not stood up to the first movie. But I would rewatch this one. Mm-hmm. I don't really feel like I need to rewatch Glass Onion at all, personally. But still good, and the fact that it's both in theaters and Netflix. So if you want to get a full theater experience, which we did not get for the first two, as far as I know.
Yeah.
I think the first one might have hit theaters right at the beginning of COVID. I think it was 2019. Mm-hmm. I think it hit theaters, but nobody saw it. Then it went to Netflix. It could be wrong. And then people watched it while they were at home. It got great notoriety. The twist in the first one is... There's a double twist in the first one, which is... Well, actually, I guess there's a double twist in almost all of these, huh? Actually, there's almost a triple twist in this one, really.
Yeah, the last one was unexpected and motivated at the last moment.
Yeah. That part's true, yeah. But what happens with... I can't remember his name, the young priest...
Judd,
yeah. So Father Judd,
with the last name entirely too long.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody called him by that. They just called him Father Judd. His character and his character growth from the beginning of the movie to the end, and then when he actually sits down and finally gets to do the thing he just wants to do, but nobody will fucking let him do. Mm-hmm. Turns out he's really fucking good at that. Not just the other thing that everybody told him he's only good at. So that was a good character. Also, that dude, that as an actor, I don't know.
Yeah, he completely stopped everything they were doing when he realized this is what I'm here for.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, yep. So, and the sets, because they actually shot that, I think, in a proper Gothic church, but that was shot in Italy, not in the U.S.
Really?
Yeah. So, like, a lot of that was shot in Italy. That's how I knew where what's his face came.
Well, other than the police station, there were 0 other sets.
Almost none.
There was the church, the
rectory,
crypt,
yeah,
and the garage.
Yeah. Which, by the way,
and the house
when they mentioned
the parishioner's house.
Yeah. So when they mentioned the whole thing with the crypt, I'm like, well, that's going to be the solution at some point, right? It's like, maybe. It's like, why would they give us such a heavy-handed exposition onto this one particular detail if it's not going to be important later? It's like, I watch enough mystery shows and movies to be like, well, they told us that for a reason. That wasn't just bullshit, you know? That's the only thing I didn't like about that first exposition dump. Now, the history of the characters as we get explained is very interesting, like the Wicks family. It's very interesting. That whole thing with his mom, all that stuff is just like, wow, okay.
And Mary being there from the... Was it Mary?
Martha.
Martha being there from the very beginning as a young child.
That was weird.
And staying there the entire time. The twist on her, holy shit.
Yeah, all the twists. What a twist.
No, her words at the end.
Yeah.
That was fucking A.
Correct. So, on top of that great fucking movie, I watched another movie yesterday. Never seen it. Heard it was great, and given this day and age, I decided to finally watch Idiocracy, the Mike Judd classic. Holy fuck, did that movie predict 2020?
How was that
till now.
documentary? Did you enjoy
It
it?
was a fucking great documentary. The only thing it didn't include was the mass die-off of the human species. Just the fact that the stupid would win and it would get further along than anything else.
They literally drug you down to their level and beat you with experience over and over and over.
But there was a moment in that movie is when he goes to court for the first time, and the opposing lawyer, just the rant he goes on, clearly not knowing what the fuck he's even saying, using big words to sound lawyerific, but also sounding like a cholo from fucking LA at the same time. And I just went, I paused the movie and I looked over at Jessica. And she's like, what? I'm like, that was a fucking TikTok rant. It's like these guys predicted the TikTok generation long before the internet was really a thing.
Flash over substance.
Jesus Christ, it was bad. Like, I mean, not the movie, but like, I will say that it's not nearly as funny as it would have been watching it in like whenever it came out.
What, when we were just out of high school?
Yeah. So like, it probably was completely and utterly hilarious back then. However, watching it now, it was literally like a sad documentary.
I know that guy.
Yeah. Like one, Terry Crews.
President Camacho.
Yeah, President Camacho.
He was great.
He was great in the role, but just the fucking, you see a literal crumble of society, like Brawndo. It's what plants crave, with electrolytes. But I love the idea that they said out loud.
Water? You mean like from the toilet?
From the toilet? Like, and the only other thing I had a problem with, I was like, wait, the crops are only just now dying? If they've been
they've been salting the earth.
If they've been Brondoing all the plants for a decade plus, how is anything grown to the point where they can have Taco Bell or Burger King or Starbucks? That's a strip club / whorehouse. Brothel Starbucks. What the fuck? How did that happen? Every fast food place has now become a fucking whorehouse or a fucking strip club. I was like, oh, that makes sense. The stupid would do that. But like the opening scene.
I love the breasts.
Yeah. But seeing how Jessica and I have struggled to have kids, and like we're getting older now and it's going to be harder and harder. And we literally open on a couple talking about how, well, we're rich and we'll do whatever. We'll have kids when we're ready. And then you jump to a redneck couple who's already got 4 fucking kids. Mm-hmm. And dude finds out he's got a 5th one on the way from the neighbor chick that he's been banging. And they're all retarded. And you've got like a collective IQ of like 300 over here and a collective IQ of 100 over here. These people can't find a reason or time to reproduce. And these people won't stop reproducing.
Well, ain't shit else to do.
Ain't shit else to do. When you're stupid and drunk, got nothing better to do but put a cock in a hole.
Are they Amish?
No, the Amish don't get drunk.
But they put cocks in holes.
On the farm.
Yeah.
Yes. And they also erect large wood things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody's better at getting up a whole lot of wood than the Amish.
They have the sausage party.
If we're talking about those specific Amish, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, did you watch the Shorzy fucking
trailer?
No, not a trailer. It's just a teaser.
No.
Okay, so I sent it in the chat. I don't know if you saw it, or I posted it as well. And it's got to be like the opening scene of the series.
So we're back in season?
Yeah.
Good.
But it goes there. They all still live in the same fucking apartment for some reason. None of them have bothered to move out other than Frankie. So it's like Dolo, Hitch, and Goody all in their individual rooms. Shorzy comes in, talks to Big Sex, and then goes to check on Hitch, and he sees Hitch on his bed on all fours looking at the computer, and he's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, I'm having a tug, old son. And he's like, wait, that's how you do it? He's on all fours, like somehow doing his thing on all fours on the bed. And he's like, what the fuck? So he goes over to Goody's room, and he's all like, Goody, what the? And he's like, wait, are you jerking it too? So he's in there in his bed in a bathrobe, his laptop on his lap, and and so basically, like, he goes from room to room, and then he goes to the bathroom, and Dolo's in the shower, and he's like, wait, are you jerking in the shower? He's like, yeah, moi, or whatever. What, we. He speaks French. I don't French. It's fine. It's not a real language.
He says yes.
He says yes, but in Dolo language. So either way, but he's like, wait, do you have a laptop or a tablet? And he's like, no, from memory, from the spank bank. It's like, what? So he walks in on all three of his roommates, jerking it in different ways, and he keeps going room to room, talking to all of them. And then at some point they just narrow it down to like Hitch is like basically like, you shouldn't look at porn. It fucks it up. It changes your way your mind works. You can't even get it up for your woman and all these other things. And he's like, it's a good point. So he goes in and interrupts Goody, shuts his fucking laptop. He's like, shouldn't be looking at porn. Hitch just said this. Plus, have you seen the way he does it? He's like, come look at this. So he gets up and he goes in there, and he's like, what are you looking at? And I think he said like Instagram. As you go on Instagram, you don't have to look at real porn anymore. Yeah. And then Dolo comes out eventually. Yeah, so I mean, it was a great opening scene. I was so happy to get back to these characters.
This ridiculous cold open.
Just fucking. It has to be the cold open for an episode. There's no fucking way, and I'm so goddamn mad. I have to wait till next year to fucking see it. Stupid ass Crave TV.
No, we'll get to it.
Either way, I'm mad about it.
We'll catch it week to week.
Indeed. But
that's going to be a whole season drop, isn't it?
No, they do week to week.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, they do it week to week. I love doing that. So. That's great. I also watched some Letterkenny clips while I was at it, just because I missed the characters.
My favorite's still the kiss and tell scene where they're pitching the
the baseball back and forth.
Yes, that is one of my absolute favorite. Yes,
the season 1 or season 2.
One of my absolute favorite scenes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you are Squirrely Dan.
Well, it just cracks me out. They completely cut his ass out.
Yeah. It feels good, guys. Whatever he says.
It felt natural.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy. No, I mean, I love it. It's like the outdoor cold opens are great, but I love the around the kitchen table cold opens. Those are usually ridiculous.
I watched the alphabet cold open and with the
ones they usually do, and they
Wayne's fight with the MMA guy.
Talking about
bald guy.
You got. Joint Boy.
Joint Boy.
Yeah, it took me a minute. I was like, it's been a couple years since I watched Letterkenny. I was like, Joint Boy. There we go.
That whole bit was great.
Yeah. But no, anytime they did the rap openings where it was just the alphabetical thing was great. But getting off of Shorzy, because I'm still mad about that. Another show came to an end yesterday. Sunday. The season came to an end. The whole show didn't come to an end. The season finale of It, Welcome to Derry.
There you go.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I haven't caught up on that.
Holy fuck. Dude, it is hands down the best new series I've watched all year. Best series, the whole fucking thing, the whole shebang. There's only like a couple of times. I actually wrote that up. I haven't even been doing TV reviews, but I wrote up the whole season. But I think overall, let me go look at what score I gave the entire season. I know you started it, but you definitely got to get through it.
I'll get there.
It is such a good fucking series.
I'm on a current addiction right now. I got to keep running through it till that wanes.
But this is a good addiction to have.
But okay. Diablo 4.
Yeah, TV show. All right, so I gave it an 8 out of 10 for a TV show that's pretty fucking big. It gave us even more lore to the universe, which was good.
Well, I tried. Yeah. I really tried. What? And I'm still having video player issues. Remember how it wouldn't let me watch any of the videos?
What I don't understand.
I'm still having video player issues.
What I still don't understand is why you're watching it through Amazon.
I'm not. I downloaded the app.
That's what I thought. I was wondering why you couldn't watch it on HBO proper.
Oh, because I have the Prime expansion.
So you can't go directly to.
No.
That's stupid. Because I have a Hulu through Disney, but I can still watch a Hulu.
Oh, well.
Either way. That is weird. You got to figure that out.
I know. I'll work on it tonight.
Yeah.
No, I want them off.
Work on it tonight anyways. But,
I'll probably go out to the bus and play Diablo with Scott.
okay.
Well, he's off for 2 weeks.
Oh.
And his wife is doing everything she can to get him the hell out of the way. Shit.
Yeah, we literally could have brought Scotty with you.
We could have brought Scott.
We have 2 other options for a fucking third chair, and you failed on all of them.
Fuck.
God, you suck at this. All right.
Dude, I just woke up.
I know. Well, you knew he was in town. You could have asked him yesterday. The only real bad things I kind of have complaint-wise was they really, really pushed the racial narratives. I get that it's 1962. It is massive racial tensions, but they made sure they hammered it really, really hard in this
Well,
series.
it's Deary. What else are they going to do?
It's true.
They're going to be assholes and dicks at every perceivable turn.
And that part is true, but they also like it almost became the core story of the season is basically a racial injustice, not just the disappearing kids to the insane clown.
Welcome to Deary, except you.
Yeah, except you. Yeah, but not here, not with your kind. Either way, but they had a couple of plot things that were kind of stupid that didn't play out the way they probably would. Since you haven't watched it all, I won't spoil it. Also, the fact that, and I didn't put it in my review, but we know that certain characters have to exist in the future. So there's certain people we know for sure we're going to live no matter what.
Right.
They definitely shoehorned in some extra plot near the end, and you'll see that when you watch it, and you're just like, that wasn't really needed at all. They were just wanted to add a bit more to the story. They add a literal bit to actual Pennywise itself. Like a lore thing that has never been discussed before, and they're just like, here it is, big old exposition dump.
Fill in that gap.
This, and we're just like, but we didn't need that.
Here's your verbal plaster.
It was verbal plaster for sure, but it's not a bad thing necessarily, but it also was completely unnecessary. And if something's unnecessary, it was just a little bit of fluff for storytelling that was going to happen anyways. Now it does set up the future seasons. They did pitch the second season already, which will be taking place in the 1935 cycle. All that, can't wait for that. 1908 cycle will probably be even better. Dude, there was a moment like I legit started tearing up like near the final scenes, and I'm like, no, I'm like, they didn't. It was like, because like we're already playing with a lot of supernatural shit going on, and certain things that happen with specific characters, you're like, they're not going to do anything with that now. We move past that, and then it comes back here, and we're like, oh, that's really, really fucking well done. And one thing I love about this show, because if you finish watching it, watch all the way past the credits and everything. They do the behind the scenes, and then they do a little podcast section as well. The behind the scenes on the last couple episodes, or specifically the last episode, on the frozen lake situation. So they have what is effectively a very large kind of warehouse. They made a ice floor for everybody to run on. You could slip on it and everything. It was very slippery. I don't think it was actual ice. But like, I was just thinking, oh, this is all done in green screen and all this other stuff. They had a backdrop that they could blur out with the snow effects and stuff, but it was not all on green screen. It's just how they shot it. And if they needed moving shots, they had some really nice rigs. So when somebody's running and moving through a scene, but the camera wants to stay with them, they did that in the scenes, and it was great. Also, the final 2 episodes with Pennywise, fuck. Like, you got to see him at least in the 2 movies.
Yeah.
Pretty violent, does some pretty fucked up shit to people. But that's where he's powered down. We get to see completely unhinged
Really?
Pennywise. I'll give you that spoiler for the future. You get to see off the leash.
This is my world, and you're just in it.
You get to see off the leash fucking Pennywise. And it is like, okay, now I see why they did what they had to do back then, because fuck if they didn't. It's like, this is how bad he is within the confines of his cage, we could see what he's like with the leash literally like Hefe off his leash. It was like, fuck. Okay, no. So no, we're not doing that ever again. But it was good. I thoroughly.
Just to clarify, making fun of me won't work.
No. Oh, he was not making fun of anybody. He was going after their direct psychological issues.
Yeah.
Like
No, I'm talking about them making fun of Pennywise, weaken him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if Pennywise came after you, just imagine
That'd be fun.
the horrors.
God, it'd be.
'Cause remember, he can see anything and everything in your head,
Uh-huh.
and then he can use that against you. So if he can, and then he'll try to kill you after the fact. Which, you know, people trying to kill Pennywise without having any concept of what it is was fun.
I'd love to see an It Letterkenny crossover. They're sitting in front of the fruit stand and Pennywise is fuck with them.
No.
And they're just ripping his ass down.
It's the ritual of Chud. I could do the edit. I could do the edit. Literally,
That'd be great.
try to pull that little section where they beat him down at the end, but it's Wayne and Derry. Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just ripping him down.
Yeah. And then at the end, he just said, "Your spare parts, bud." It's like,
You puts the dumb in wisdoms.
yeah. And then he's like, shrivels up and dies. Yeah. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this shit. Like, everybody thought the movies were just going to be the end of it. Nobody knew 5 years ago or whatever it was that they were going to continue on. Actually, shit, 6 years ago, when 2019. Nobody knew they were going to get a series back then,
Yeah.
and the fact that these guys get a new fucking sandbox to play in. And I'm thoroughly excited. They need to fucking give the dude playing Dick Halloran a fucking spin-off series to The Shining. Like, it doesn't have to be The Shining. It can be the lead up to The Shining. Or The Shining is literally talking about his adventures and the shit he's doing, not just what happens at the Overlook. Although that'd be fantastic otherwise. Which now I apparently need to go watch Doctor Sleep, because I never did watch that, the sequel to The Shining. So apparently I need to go watch that. But that would be interesting to see him get to the point where he leads up to going to the Overlook. But the thing is, he's still young. This is the 60s. That happens in like the 80s or 90s. So he's way older. So, fun. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. You just got to watch it.
I'll get
Just
there.
got to watch it. Yes. Definitely watch it over the next couple
I'll do
of
one
weeks.
tonight.
Yeah. So that's fantastic.
That should catch me up in a work week.
It should. It should. Especially because like now that you can watch it all in a spell.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting week to week like me. I liked the build up though. The build up was good, and it's one thing I think that Stranger Things was lacking. Speaking of which, we'll talk about it. But the Stranger Things Part 2 trailer dropped. Fuck, it's gonna get good.
Yeah.
It's gonna get real good. All right. So what you been up to since last week?
Just work,
Sat in this
man.
room.
Work. I've discovered now with the addition of an extra game on Sundays, I'm busy from 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. on Sunday till 6 a.m. on Thursday morning. I've got zero free time between there.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
Avoidance.
I guess.
At least money-making coping mechanisms.
Right.
It's better than meth.
Meth would make you skinnier.
Yeah.
It'd stress you
But
out
it'd make me
less.
poorer.
It'd stress you out less.
Probably not.
No, because you...
I don't know. Yeah.
Meth-
I've seen some pretty stressed out fucking meth heads.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you were on meth, imagine how much work you'd get done.
Imagine how much of a fucking hazard I'd be to the general public. Yeah, no one wants that.
It's just meth Heffy. We're fine. Just stay out of his way. He'll be okay.
Meth Heffy is mean.
Methed out Heffy. Just on the streets. Knife handing people in traffic. Like, just... It's like they're not even doing anything. Talking to
Denting
everyone.
cars.
Doing woodwork in random parking lots. It's like, this is not the fucking barn, Heffy. Everywhere's the barn if I make the barn.
Why is your car jacked up and a piece of wood hooked up to it? I needed a bigger lathe.
Yeah. Just building a bigger Jetta. He's like building a gigantic version of the Jetta on the back of the Jetta. It's like, what are you doing? I need a bus.
I'm making it out of wood.
I'm making a Jetta bus.
It's going to fly.
He's literally taking apart Steve to put it on top of the fucking Jetta.
That's just the damn Jetta mounted on the front.
No, you literally take the entire back half of Steve, set it on top of the Jetta, cut the Jetta's inner roof off, and you're just like, this is good. This is good.
It's like a giant.
And you do nothing about the weight in the back, no big dual axle. It's just sitting on the Jetta suspension.
Looks like a giant Funko Pop
Just
driving
yes.
down the road.
And it's just dragging because it weighs 1,000,000 fucking pounds. It's like, Hefe, you didn't do
Yeah,
that.
so I shouldn't do meth. No.
No. And then you're like, it's better than the Suburban. At least I don't have to fix it. As it's on fire.
Really don't have to fix it now.
It's like, ooh, I need to smoke. I need to make some beery off that. Makes some Steve smoked beer.
That's okay. It's cold.
Yeah,
Let it burn.
it's fine. It's fine. He's looking for River everywhere. She's like literally right with him
She's
the whole
hiding.
time. Probably. Like, Jesus Christ, methed out Hefe would be a terrible fucking thing.
Yeah. So let's not go. I'll keep working. Thank you.
Then do some other drugs that'll calm you down, that'll speed you up.
No, we've seen me there.
Too slow.
No.
Not disabled slow. We don't need full retard Hefe.
Yeah.
In the literal sense. We set his timing back 17 degrees.
We
It's
really
fine.
did.
He's like, he's off a cylinder now.
Need to
It's fine.
advance that time in just a little bit.
Honey, get the timing light just off again. And you're just like, oh.
Dude, that was. Remember, I was sick over the weekend, right?
Sure.
I guess I forgot to take my meds 2 days in a row.
Uh-oh.
So I showed up to work feeling better, but completely and totally unmedicated. That was a weird day.
I bet.
Holy crap. Yeah, it was noticed.
It was noticed. By the way, I forgot I had the fat cam. I'm sitting here not using it. Well, spending electricity and not
But
using
man, it was noticed.
it. Wow.
I get a text from one of my girls up there, and she said, "Dad, make sure you take your meds."
I'm sure if you were here, I would have been like, go home, get your fucking meds.
Dude, I couldn't sit still. My brain wouldn't shut down. I was, okay, that stuff works.
Yeah,
That stuff do work.
I bet. Now let's triple up your medication and give you double the amount of meth and try to balance it out. But your heart rate will be going 200. You'll definitely be burning calories.
Well, that's come down. I'm off that phentermine now.
Yes, but on the meth, it'll be significantly higher.
God, it's going to blow up.
Yes, but you'll have the other meds. So, like, one med's going to pull you down, the other med's going to skyrocket your heart rate, and you're just going to lose weight while sitting there.
How about we just
It's
not?
going to be like a Fedra.
Let's not experiment on Hefe. That's how you got the Hulk. You experimented on people entirely too
We're
much.
not going to use gamma radiation.
Damn it.
I don't have any of that. I mean, I can crack open a microwave and start toying around with it if we really want to make a Hulk. But let's try it on somebody smaller. Like a toddler. I'll be like, much better.
Don't microwave toddler.
Do not microwave babies.
Do not.
Don't be like
Do not.
Don't be like the Flash. Do not microwave babies.
PSA from Now You Made It Awkward. Do not microwave toddlers.
Now you microwave the baby.
Now you made it toasty.
Good Lord. Diapers do not smell good once they've been through the popcorn cycle.
Ugh.
What was that noise? It was like a half snort.
Smells like bacon and shit.
Well, it was a fat baby.
Yeah.
The demon baby.
I think we got off track.
I don't think you ever realized we don't have tracks. We don't have tracks here. The only track we have is, of course, the one that leads to all the bad news from the weekend. That's one reason.
Are we trying to avoid that?
No, we got to talk about it at least some. Okay, hold on. Let's talk about more entertainment news before I get to the not so entertaining news. So apparently, in the upcoming Avatar: Fire and Ash sequel that is dropping across the nation, there will be teaser trailers for the new Avengers movie in front of this movie.
Okay.
And over the next few weeks, while they anticipate this movie being in theaters, they're going to drop 4 different teasers for different characters leading up to the actual trailer at the end. So in a few weeks, we'll get the full version of the trailer for Avengers Endgame.
See, that title
Not Endgame,
alone,
Doomsday.
that title alone is going to make for a great porn parody.
What?
Fire and Ash.
Yeah, with a YRRE.
Fire and Ash. Fire and Ass. Be the porn parody.
I'm pretty sure it already exists.
Yep.
17 times over. Either way, but the point is that they've already leaked online, and Disney Marvel has been slapping them down right and left when people try to upload them.
Really?
Yes. So a lot of people are reacting to the ones they can find, but they can't show it to avoid copyright strikes. Because, I mean, the movie's mostly unfinished, but they've got enough footage to make a trailer happen. But from what they're showing is that what Doctor Doom is doing is basically traveling the multiverse, fixing timelines that the Avengers probably fucked up, including where, well, you haven't watched it, but at the end of Endgame, where Captain America went back in time and went to go have a nice life with Peggy. Apparently he stayed there, had a whole life with her, and then returned to the main timeline.
Shit.
So part of the trailer is Captain America rolling up to Peggy's house on his motorcycle. He goes inside and picks up a baby. Presumably he and Peggy's baby. And then apparently Dr. Doom shows up. So,
that's great.
So apparently Doom is trying to be the good guy by going around and breaking up timelines, very similar to what the TVA was doing with their shit. Basically, he's trying to stop incursions before they happen, which is where two different universes in the multiverse collide and wipe each other out. But apparently it leads up to what will result in Secret Wars, where the multiverse is really shattered. Bits and pieces of the different Earths have been slapped together into a giant planet called Battle World that Doom is in charge of, and where the heroes all fight each other from the multiverse. So you've got different Spider-Man, different X-Men, different whoever from all over. And that's why the cast list for this movie is going to be insane, because we're basically slapping all the universes together. So very similar to how in...
Literally Avengers Assemble.
Yeah, assembled. But...
No, everybody, come on.
The way the storyline worked in the comics was after Battle World ended, the multiverse was wiped out, leaving one universe behind, and whatever heroes were still alive after Battle World were the ones that took over in this new universe. Very similar to what the New 52 did in DC after Crisis on Infinite Earths. They wiped everything out, brought it back to one Earth. We had Earth Prime, Earth Zero, whatever. And the heroes had the memories of the previous Earths at the same time. So they knew where they came from and everything else. Problem?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
Just an update from people.
Very good. Very good. So either way, looking forward to the most watched video on YouTube being the fucking Avengers trailer sometime around New Year's, if I had to guess. Because Fire and Ash is hitting theaters right now. You didn't watch the Fallout series, right, on Amazon?
I started, then got bored.
Okay. It does get better.
Probably because I never got into the game.
Well, I enjoyed it without knowing anything about the game. But it is a slow beginning. Apparently, Amazon is tired of waiting, and they're actually dropping the new series early.
Nice.
So season 2 was supposed to start here in like a week or two, and it said, fuck it, we're not competing with Stranger Things. We're dropping it today. Like, as we're recording it, they're dropping it tonight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're like, hey, here's the first episode of season 2. They're like, oh, okay. It's like to the point that they're advertising that it's dropping early.
Mm-hmm.
And fun fact, as I learned earlier today while watching Mythical Kitchen, Macaulay Culkin comes in to join the cast for season 2. So that'll be fun. Going back to acting for the first time.
Of Avengers?
Macaulay Culkin? No.
I miss Stranger Things.
No.
No.
No. Go back to our childhood.
What, Home Alone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's been out of acting for a while. He retired a while back. And he's just been at home chilling with his partner, because they're not technically married, raising kids and all that other stuff, just popping up doing stuff whenever he wants to. Like, he's like, I'll come back and do this thing. Kind of like Rick Moranis coming back for Spaceballs. But he left for a tragic reason. Macaulay Culkin just said, fuck it, I'm young. I don't need to be in the public spotlight all the fucking time. I've already got my stupidity out of the way and I've made my millions. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to go relax at home. And apparently he's a big foodie. So, very interesting. Go watch the...
I did hear something about that. Apparently it's going to be his son setting traps for him or something.
that beer ain't sitting. You know what? I need to listen in the edit to see if that is audible on the actual recording.
Oh,
I heard it, but I don't know if it's on the recording.
oh, whatever.
That was just funny though, because it's when you stop talking, it just goes like
I make noises.
your belly has an opinion. Now I don't know if they're going to come back and do another Home Alone sequel. I think he's not necessarily interested in doing that. But what's funny is he made a comparison today. I was watching what is it, last meals, right? And he made a comparison that I was like, oh yeah, Home Alone is just Castaway, but with a kid.
He did Last Meals already?
Yeah.
Holy crap. I got to catch that one.
That was today's episode.
Okay.
Yeah, just dropped. Very interesting. Very interesting episode. I didn't know he had a pizza themed band.
Nice.
Yep. So that'd be very interesting. So what else? There was another. Oh, like I said, Stranger Things trailer dropped. Looks really, really fucking intense. I still argue that they should have just dropped it week to week. It would have made a lot more sense. So this will be dropping this next chunk of the season. I think it's 3 episodes will be dropping on Christmas Day. And then the final episode will drop on New Year's Day.
Okay.
Or New Year's Eve, whichever. And it looks insane. Like, I'm glad they took a long time to get this one together because the sheer amount of special effects are fucking ridiculous. And apparently they're really building out the fucking story.
Okay.
Much like the Mighty Nine is doing. I really wish I had more of that series to watch because after I get done watching it on Wednesdays, I just want to watch it again. I was like, fuck, that's so good. To the point I started rewatching Vox Machina.
There you go.
I already watched through season 1. Just started season 2 before you got here. I was just like, it's such a good series and good things. I was like, fuck it, I'll go watch it. To the point I watched a video with the cast, and I'm like, they were purpose is promo for the season coming out. And so they were trying to avoid spoilers, but some of the things that popped up on screen did contain some spoilers. So I got spoiled a little bit on things that are coming. Mm-hmm. But still a great series. And something I found out, I don't know if I mentioned this last week or not. Might have found out about it after we recorded. 2 of the characters from actors, I should say, from Vox Machina and Mighty Nine in real life are married.
Okay.
Which is why they tend to have romances on screen where other characters don't. Some of them do, but not all of them. So it is funny that it's like, oh, that totally tracks why those characters are connected to each other and likely have a lot of like
that would have been Percy and the elf chick.
No, not them.
Oh, the other ones.
It's actually who were they in the first season? Grog and Grog didn't get romantically involved.
He didn't get no. Got
Got
involved with his beard.
In that season, they didn't have romance. In this, they did.
Okay.
Yeah. So it should be fun, and confirmed it is taking place in literally the same world, but on a different continent. So like, obviously they don't travel the whole fucking planet. So they confirmed that it is actually technically the same world. That's why there's references back to Vox Machina. Like at one point they talk about needing residuum, which comes from Whitestone. They mention Dandy as a Derolo, so Percy's family. So it's connected enough that there's references back.
Okay.
So that's fun. I enjoy that. And like the animation is great, the story's great, the acting is fucking great. Highly recommend those series. To the point where I'm like, do I really want to try D&D maybe? And I'm like, after hearing Sean's story about Summer's first go at doing D&D this past weekend, I'm like, nope, that just proves that I really don't want to get involved because otherwise it'll be my entire fucking life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm just not, I just can't let it.
We see how you are with compulsive addiction. And
Well, it's not even that bad anymore. It used to be way worse. Like the Gundam addiction was significantly worse. Like this is nothing because this is a stagnant addiction. This is buy the thing and then let it sit and do nothing. The Gundams were an active addiction. Buy the thing, plan ahead for buying other things, make sure you got to build the thing, got to fucking record the thing, got to make the videos and all the other things. I meant to do it this weekend. I might do it after you leave. My newest Christmas Star Wars figures I left in there to review so that I can put them on the fucking display out there, and I still didn't do it. I had all day yesterday and I didn't fucking do it. So I need to do that. So I'm slopping on my fucking bad addictions already. So it is what it is. All right, guys. So I figured out how to do the thing. So now I actually brought up the stories we have here. There's a tab. It says tabs from other devices.
Uh-oh.
Very nice. I can just bring up the things. It's good. Just very, very good. All right, guys. So we already talked about it at the beginning of the show. We're going to start with the first thing that got dropped before the crazy shootings, and that is the murder of Rob Reiner and his wife. So when I got off a stream, I think it was, Saturday. So Saturday night was when they were found. So I got off a stream and I saw a Facebook post, I believe, from the Hodge twins, and it said that they were found, two people were found dead at Rob Reiner's home. At that point, it wasn't confirmed to be them. Then later on, it was, and his throat was slit. I don't know about his wife.
Whoa.
Yeah, but the article I have pulled up here from BBC is Rob Reiner's son's Nick arrested on suspicion of murder after the director and wife found dead. Said this a son of film director Rob Reiner and Michelle Singer Reiner has been arrested and is being held on suspicion of murder after the couple were found dead in their Los Angeles home. Give me a second. I have to increase that.
Yeah, I heard that. The first thing through my mind was, who the fuck's Rob Reiner?
Yeah, he's the director
because me and people.
Director of a lot of movies that you probably love.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And okay. So Los Angeles Police Department said on Monday that Nick Reiner, 32, had been arrested and he was in custody with no bail. Deceased couple's 20-year-old daughter, Romy, found her parents in their home with multiple stab wounds on Sunday, sources told BBC's USA partner. Rob Reiner was known for directing several iconic films in a variety of genres, including When Harry Met Sally, This Is Spinal Tap, Stand By Me, Misery, and A Few Good Men. So that's just a handful. The case is expected to be presented in Los Angeles County Court Attorney on Tuesday. That would be today. Okay. And emergency services were called to provide medical aid at the Reiner's home in Brentwood, California at about 3:40-ish. And, basically, I don't think there's anything they could do there. Yeah, they're pronounced dead at the scene. He was 78, she was 68. And he was arrested a few hours later. They actually put the time in there for some reason, but that's fine. A few hours later. And said the investigation is ongoing. Two sources said that they had engaged in a brief but loud argument during a party the previous evening. So it's probably some bullshit going on at home. Nick Reiner has spoken publicly about his struggles with addiction and homelessness. His experiences formed the basis of the semi-autobiographical film Being Charlie. Oh. Okay. I remember that movie. I didn't watch it, but I remember that. Okay. In which he made with his father in 2015. The family's home in Brentwood, a wealthy celebrity enclave full of large mansions, boutique shops, and restaurants. Yep, Brentwood is where money is. Monday morning, security guard posts outside the home as media gathered outside the gate. Okay. And it just goes on and on about the history of the Reiners. You can look that out. But one of the big things is the fact that Rob Reiner was very anti-Trump. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily anti-Republican or anti-conservative. He definitely leaned significantly more Democrat, and definitely is.
But 15 years ago, 20 years ago, he probably loved Trump.
Probably. And basically he's thrown some support towards Democratic candidates and stuff like that. However, I will say that Trump did go on a not-so-great truth rant about it, and I'm going to actually read it because it's pretty rough. I got to go find it real quick. That's one thing I didn't have. They have it quoted, but they don't have it pulled up here. I want to actually go get it. Give me a second here.
And he said these things after the announcement of the
yes, after he showed that he was dead. I'm going to pull it up here because, of course, everybody I follow has it on their timeline. Where is it? Because the other thing that's sort of taken hold is the whole Candace Owens situation has gotten a little out of hand. Dang it. Give me a second. I got to find it again. It's like I had it and then it went away. It's the best thing when, you're scrolling for shit and then you go to click on it and it's just gone. What the fuck? Why can't I find the actual truth post? Give me a second. basically, he was talking shit throughout the whole thing. Let's see if I can find the image of the actual truth post. Here we go. Holy fuck, I can't read that. All right, so Trump actually said this. A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife, Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome.
Damn.
That's fucked, first of all. It says, sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession with President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness, and with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before, may Rob and Michelle rest in peace. So he starts out talking shit and then eventually gets around to rest in peace.
Well,
And this was literally the morning that he found out he had died.
at least we don't have to worry about President Trump pandering to appease the masses and changing his opinion. We know exactly where he stands on anything because he speaks his mind.
Well, I mean, he has changed his opinions on a lot of things, realistically.
As people have the right to do.
Yeah,
With new information and
people are also allowed to be wrong.
yeah.
Yeah, even Trump is definitely allowed to be wrong. Look, he is, first and foremost, he's still Trump. And that means he's probably going to be an asshole to some degree, but he can also be very generous, and he can be honest to a fault. People say he just lies all the time. Like, that doesn't sound like a liar. That sounds like somebody who's talking a little
You just
too
don't
much.
like what he's saying.
You don't like what he's saying. Right? No. Has he lied? Of course he's lied. He's, at this point, a politician. He has, of course, lied. Do I care? Not necessarily. If he's not lying to me about specifics, I don't really give a shit. In this case, he shared too much of his own opinion instead of just being like, okay, cool, we may have disagreed on some shit, and he talked a lot of bad things about me specifically, but nobody deserves what he went through. That's what he could have said. He didn't. Like, if even my worst enemy that I myself would love to inflict pain upon ended up like this, I would literally be like, well, it sucks that he died that way. It's like, I may have hated the guy, but, you know, that's still fucking horrible that happened to him and his family, you know? Especially if you found out it was his son. It's like, oh, his son just went insane, probably literally dealing with drugs, mental illness, homelessness, and all that other shit. And then, for whatever reason, they get into a fight, and then he goes crazy and kills his dad and his mom. That's pretty fucked, you know, in and of itself. I mean, on top of all the other fucking crazy deaths that have been going on, you know, political murders, all kinds of other shit. Now we got 2 more mass shootings on top of this. This is all the same weekend, let alone, I saw yesterday that there was an old-timey, like, from the 80s and 90s, back in the 1900s, movie guy. And, like, I saw his face, and I was like, oh, shit. And then he had fucking died. Like, and like, oh yeah, his death is going to be overshadowed
we lost
forever.
a lot of voices of our childhood, voice actors, 3 of them.
When?
Last week.
Oh yeah, but I didn't recognize any of those people who died.
Okay.
When I said the names, I'm like, I don't know who the fuck those people are.
Okay.
And the cartoons they listed that they were involved in,
They were minor
I
roles.
didn't watch any of those. I was like, it sucks that they died, especially.
Yeah, Fairly Odd Parents was slightly after our generation of cartoons.
Yeah, I actually just didn't like that show. I tried watching it and I was just like, yeah, this is not for me. I like some funny Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon shows, but that one wasn't one for me. When you got to the big head, tiny body era of cartooning, I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Either way.
Yeah, Cow and Chicken was my era.
See, I never
Ed,
watched
and Eddie.
anything like that. Didn't watch any of that.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah, you're only slightly younger than me, but I
About
missed that one.
what, 2 years?
That's what I said, slightly.
Yeah.
But we watched different things. I watched more serious things. Okay, but leading up to that, or actually, I guess following that in the same time. So I actually didn't want to pick a particular news article because I just wanted details. But if you Google search these things, you get the latest information. I wanted all the information that I could get because I had no idea where things began. So let's start because I heard about this one first, the Brown University shooting that happened. Happened on December 13th, which was 3 days ago. Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island. And it was the second day of finals before the fall semester ends. And 2 students were killed and another 9 were wounded. And basically that, let's see here, right here. At about 4:05 p.m. on December 13, a single gunman shot 11 people at Brown University's School of Engineering, Barris and Holly building, which also houses the university's physics department. Most of the shooting was inside the first floor, shooting up these particular rooms. And I don't know if they have the victims on here. Okay, down here. Got to scroll down a little bit. Okay. Because I hadn't looked how they structured this yet. It said the building was unlocked, and it is unknown how the shooter entered the building, but authority says he exited from this particular side. Because, by the way, this guy is still on the loose.
Whoa.
The shooter has not been caught yet. They have footage of who they believe is the shooter, and so they're releasing the footage and a few images. He's like covered up and stuff. They see a car that he's getting into and whatnot like that. So hopefully he gets caught sometime soon. He put out a public safety alert at 4:50. So if it started at 4:05, damn, that's a long run there. Okay, so 2 people were killed, 9 wounded in the shooting. All were Brown students. The dead were identified as Ella Cook, a parishioner at the Cathedral Church Advent, Birmingham, Alabama, vice president of Brown's College Republicans. So that's an interesting one. And Muhammad Aziz, I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name, sorry, a recent graduate of Midlothian High School in Virginia, who had immigrated to the United States from Uzbekistan as a child. Very interesting name for okay, now I see how the names came about. Okay. All 9 of the wounded people were transported to the university-affiliated Rhode Island Hospital, gun-related injuries. No kidding. One of the victims had shrapnel injury that was discharged from the hospital after a few hours. The other 8 victims remain hospitalized, 1 in critical condition, 7 critical but stable. So that's crazy. Obviously being investigated by the local cops along with the FBI, all that. It does sound like he used a handgun, not a rifle. So that probably changed kind of how fast and available. Because you can just sneak that shit in your sweatpants, you know. And I don't think Rhode Island has concealed carry. I have no idea, but I'm assuming this was also probably a gun-free zone, like most universities are. So, but it does suck. But it looks like due to like ring cameras from the area and security cameras and everything else like that, they are very quickly like finding a lot of things here. But they got somebody. They had the wrong guy at some point. Like that keeps happening. They're like, oh, suspect looks kind of like similar, but they got a $50,000.
Wouldn't that be awful? You're just minding your own business.
Yeah, right. They offered a $50,000 reward for information related to the perpetrator. So, yes, as of December 16th, nothing else has been discovered. The one thing I saw, and this is, I don't know if this is even remotely. Wait, hold on. The day after the shooting, December 14th, was the 13th anniversary of the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting, as well. Yeah. And, of course, the Sandy Hook Promise people released a message about that. Okay, I don't care that the New England Patriots express support for the victims. We all support the victims. Nobody should do that. The one weird thing I saw that somebody shared earlier was that 2 of the victims, one of which happened to be in the Parkland shooting from all those years ago.
Whoa.
That's weird.
That's some Final Destination shit.
Yeah, or maybe they were a target. Who knows? Not throwing out any conspiracies. I don't even know if that's true. Just that's a thing I saw on the internet. I'm not claiming it.
No, they're not correcting a timeline.
Yeah, correcting the timeline. They're Dr. Dooming this bitch. Literally. Okay, so it looks...
Not to make light of it.
No, not to make light of it.
But if we don't laugh, fuck, what else are we going to do?
Let Heffy off his leash.
And that's not an option.
No, not unless we have a specific target, which we don't. So
nope, not yet.
Okay, now switching to Australia, roughly the same day, December 14th, a terrorist mass shooting occurred at Archer Park beside Bondi Beach. Looks like Bondi, but it's not. It's Bondi.
Yeah, Bondi.
In Sydney, Australia. Okay, I said the wrong thing. Okay, and it was in the late afternoon during a Hanukkah celebration attended by approximately 1,000 people. 2 gunmen shot at the crowd, killing 15 people, including a child. Police and Australian intelligence agencies declared it an Islamic State-linked terrorist incident. Numerous world leaders, news outlets, and Australian authorities described it as anti-Semitic. I mean, if 2 very Islamic-looking people come in with, decently powered rifles and start shooting up a whole bunch of Jews during a Hanukkah celebration, presumably It was an
From
anti-Semitic.
the one clip I did see, they look like long guns, long guns.
One dude has a
Like a shotgun.
Yeah, no, it's not a shotgun. It's a rifle.
Like a bolt action?
It's a bolt action rifle, and it's one of the straight backs. So it's just pull. It's not. It's,
Oh, it's a breech loader.
yeah. So it's literally straight back, shoot, and he's shooting fast. He's like, fire, pull, fire, pull, fire, pull. Like people are like, oh, he's a super trained shooter. He can do all this. Like a reasonably trained person who's had the gun for a little
Yeah, like
bit.
the old Springfields.
Yeah, it's like no, you could just. It's not that hard to use, unfortunately. I mean, if you're hitting with accuracy, then you've just practiced a lot. Nobody says you have to be like trained by Mossad or whatever people are claiming. I said Mossad. New South Wales, by the way, this happened roughly where Mighty Car Mods lives. They're in Sydney, Australia. So New South Wales police force killed one perpetrator and took the other critically injured into custody. Unnamed bystander had disarmed one of the gunmen. Did you see that video?
They named him now.
Yeah, they named him now.
Shop owner.
Yeah.
I saw it, just tackled
He
him.
and his wife. They both they snuck up on him effectively.
Wrapped
and
him up, took the weapon from him.
wrestled the gun from him, and then I guess they killed the other one. Had been shot after that, I guess.
Didn't he get shot?
Both of them got shot.
No, the guy that stopped him.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he was shot twice.
Let's see. Let's see here. And it doesn't. This part of the article doesn't say yet. So police said the alleged gunmen were father and son. 40 people, including at least 2 police officers, were injured and taken into various hospitals. Police later found and removed suspected homemade bomb from a car belonging to one of the shooters. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, that's funny, said it was a deliberate attack on Jewish people during the first day of Hanukkah. The shooting is Australia's deadliest terror incident, second deadliest mass shooting after the 1996 Port Arthur massacre, which led to the country having some of the strictest gun laws in the world. That's around about when they did the gun buyback program.
Yeah.
Basically disarmed the populace. You're only allowed to like have specific guns for like hunting, and you have to have like every duck in a row. On Unsub this past weekend, they had an Australian on, Isaiah Butterfield, comedian, and he was talking about how like the laws are so strict you can't just buy anything you want. If you want to go shoot it, that's a wholly different fucking story.
Mm-hmm.
All right, a little bit of background because we don't fucking know. Bondi Beach is one of Australia's most popular seaside areas. It's located in Sydney's eastern suburbs. The area is known as the Central Jewish Community of Sydney, which is in turn is one of the 2 largest Jewish communities in Australia, the other being in Melbourne. The Bondi area of Sydney has experienced recent heightened security concerns due to the unrelated Bondi Junction stabbings in April 2024. I mean, are we sure that was unrelated? I don't know anything about that. That's crazy. Let's see here. Australia had experienced an increase in attacks on Jewish communities and individuals since the beginning of the Gaza war. Oh, weird. How about that? In October 2023, all of a sudden people just think it's okay to attack fucking Jews in other countries. Let's see here. The Australian Security Intelligence Organization lifted Australia's national terrorism threat level from possible to probable, citing the risk of community tensions and political violence related to the Gaza war as one of the reasons for doing so. Amazing how a war in a foreign country suddenly makes people start killing people in your own country. But, I mean, the fact that they have some of the strictest gun laws, period, and you can still do this is crazy. But also, and I mean, there's not a whole lot else to go over other than these gunmen came in and shot people. There is so much footage of this from people's cell phones. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, there are people everywhere filming this. And they're like, and people are like,
What was that movie they did where it was the first person view of essentially that?
A movie?
Riot?
I don't know.
It was a movie shot from the first person view, and he's basically went out and did a mass shooting.
I don't know. Is that what you were trying to Google?
No, I found another story.
Oh. Why'd you find another story?
Because more bad happened Wednesday.
What happened when?
Savannah, Georgia.
I don't know about that.
A young woman out of nowhere had acid dumped on her.
Oh, I hadn't heard about that.
Yes. Yep. It burned her horribly. She's had multiple skin grafts and all over her face, and it was just awful.
Are you
Face and back, and
really?
yeah.
There was Hardcore Henry. There's First Person Shooter, Enter the Void. I don't know. I never heard of a movie that did that.
Yeah, it was at Forsyth Park in Savannah, Georgia.
All right.
They finally identified a person of interest. Let's see here.
And where was it?
Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah.
In Forsyth Park.
Georgia. Acid attack. There we go. Top of the search.
Yeah.
I know nothing about this. I didn't even hear about this.
No, that's one that slipped under the radar. But man, they that was bad. Minding her own business in the park, and suddenly she felt liquid splashed all over her upper body, face, and head.
Wow.
And yeah, massive burns.
And it sounds like they don't even know. They have no suspects or anything.
Third degree chemical burns on a large portion of her body.
Oh, yeah. I got a picture of her right here. Savannah police and FBI are continuing to follow any possible leads to find whoever was responsible for the acid attack on local park. Media update on Tuesday. Van Johnson. The person of interest whom Johnson called the Bugs Bunny guy came in voluntarily and has not been identified as a suspect in the case at this time. Okay. So they brought somebody in for questioning, but they don't think it was him then. Mayor said that officers have been interviewed dozens of individuals in the attack at Forsyth Park. Just random acid attack, huh?
Yeah.
That's weird. Never even heard about it. Let's see here. Suffered burns that covered about half her body, including her scalp. Do they know what kind of acid it was? Damn.
Bad enough to melt most of her clothes and partially melt her keys.
Jesus. That had been like some type of sulfuric acid.
Yeah.
To melt metal, plastic, and flesh, you got to have a pretty decently strong acid.
Yes.
Not that you need to Google such things. Whatever you do, don't Google acid for acid
all you gotta
attacking
do is watch
people.
Breaking Bad. You get a decent primer on it.
It does say that unknown attacker poured a corrosive chemical. So, it doesn't have to be an acid. It can just be a massively corrosive chemical.
Yeah.
Not literally an acid, but yeah, that's not good. That's very not good. So sorry about that.
Well, it could have been liquid lye.
Yeah, definitely could be. All right. Slow
Which is
recovery.
easy to get. That's stupid.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just senseless, man. Super senseless.
I mean, you got stabbings on trains. You've got shootings. There was another train attack, I think, or there was
Didn't
something.
one get foiled?
There's something like that, yeah. But there was another situation like just after the North Carolina thing with the stabbing of Irina. Like they're just like, okay, we can get back to normal again, and then I think something immediately happened on the fucking train again or the bus, whatever. It's like, fuck. All right, whatever. We can't trust anybody anywhere ever again. Although they did pass a law about that shit now, so it is what it is.
What, stabbing people's bad?
No, I
thought that was already on the books.
No, it's about judges repeatedly releasing criminals on bullshit. It's like, this is where I said we have to make new laws to make sure that old laws are actually fucking followed. It's like the fact that and we talked about this at length. The DEI bullshit is like, oh, because of previous racial injustice, we have to let black criminals out to continue doing crimes. Why? No, and it's like, okay, cool, but that's against the law because you're letting them go based on their race specifically, which means you now have to let the white guys go who do the same things. As a person of color, I'm offended. Sorry, I hadn't mentioned yet this week that I'm a person of color.
Of course you have.
I got to slip that in whenever we're talking about anything race related. As a person of color, I wish that I will be forgiven of my fucking crimes.
You won't be.
No, probably not. All I know is that California is falling more and more into a cesspool. There's another, forget which gas company is moving their refinery out of California because of new taxes before they
Yeah, they're bringing it to Texas.
And they're bringing it to Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fuck you, California. Losing another $1 billion billion-dollar industry from California for your insanity.
Isn't that
And Gavin Newsom wants to run for fucking president. Can you imagine that piece of shit in charge of this country? And they only need 2 states to make it happen. California and fucking Pennsylvania, basically, somehow. That makes everything go. You know, even with the redistricting, which the Supreme Court did hold up, so we did manage to redistrict Texas properly. It's kind of shitty that the Supreme Court had to jump in on that one, but whatever. It's like, but then you've got other places. Where was it? Not Indiana. There's somewhere up there.
They're purposely redistricting for the opposite reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this was actually an already deep red state that said we're going to redistrict to get rid of the 2 blue districts. And their state senate said, no, we're not going to do that. Because it's only 2 fucking seats. But the thing was, it's just like, yeah, but now they know that you could have done that. And then when they retake some level of power later, they're going to just fucking run you through. So it's kind of like you need to squash it before you can't. And then like, look, I get it, gerrymandering, blah, 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 racial bullshit. Shut the fuck up. The point is that at this point, this country will completely and utterly get destroyed when the Democrats take over again. And I mean the progressive, insane Democrats, not the nice, moderate ones like, you know, RFK or Tulsi Gabbard.
We're going to end up being cowboy Star Wars and fighting for the Republic.
I mean, Texas is just going to be the Republic.
The Republic.
It's like we're going to be the Republic of Texas again. We're going to be the rebels that turn into the Republic.
Yep.
And then you'll have another president threatening their own people. It's like, well, you can't stand up against an F-15 with an AR-15. It's like, did you just threaten us, sir, with war jets? And it'll be like, well, Trump put fucking military in the cities. It's like, yeah, to clean up the streets and to make sure that nobody was attacking federal workers or federal agents.
Yeah, maybe we'll launch our army of, trained hunters. Just snipers hiding everywhere.
Can't talk about that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a call to action.
That's all hypothetical.
This is all a hypothetical situation for the future downfall of the United States as it comes, which will be the disunited states as it goes. Although now and like I mentioned it earlier, and we'll see what happens because it happened yesterday. Erica Kirk finally sitting down and having a 4.5-hour conversation with Candace Owens. 4.5 fucking hours to basically hash that shit up.
That's a long time to be yelled at.
Yeah, assuming that it was all yelling. But I'm in agreement with a lot of other people. Candace is actively trying to destroy the Republican Party, at least as up till now. Everything she's been doing is literally fractioning the MAGA coalition. Like everyone is breaking off and doing their own thing, and they're losing faith in everybody. She literally told everybody to pull their money from TPUSA, blaming TPUSA outright for Charlie's death, saying that they're in on it, or it was an inside job, or they knew everything about it and they did nothing and they let him die and betrayed him effectively. It's just like, hey, maybe don't say that out loud, you dum-dum, because there's no proof of any of that. There's proof that certain people didn't listen to whenever the security issues about the roof, when it was discovered that there was easy roof access from that stairwell. There was a definite misunderstanding there. There were balls dropped, don't get me wrong. And the guy who allegedly who killed Charlie Kirk had his first day in court the other day for like some of the original stuff, and they were trying to argue that there should be no cameras in the courtroom for the trial, and be like, no, this one.
Oh, like they're doing to Whistle and Diesel?
Yeah, the tax shit with him, the stuff that they fucking pulled. What I forgot what state that.
Massive gag orders.
Is that Indiana? I think it is.
Yeah,
where
I
he
think
lives,
so.
somewhere up there. Yeah, they talked about that on Kind of Consensual the other day, and yeah, what they're doing to Whistle and Diesel is illegal. Like It's like, for the first of all, it's like, no, he's not doing tax evasion, because what was it? They basically bought a Lamborghini or some other hypercar and like destroyed it for the video or whatever, because it's what he does. He does crazy shit like that. And they're saying he bought it in another state to avoid paying taxes on it in his home state. And like, okay, and I bought it somewhere else. Who the fuck cares?
Right.
It's like, if I go to another state and I buy something from that fucking state, who gives a shit? Because you're not getting the sales tax, but if I bring
But he
it,
didn't register it
he never registered it in the
because he never intended to drive it on the road.
and I'm fairly certain he destroyed it where he was.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I'm fairly certain that he bought it somewhere else, destroyed it for the video there, didn't even bring it home. Maybe I'm wrong. Do they want to claim that because he filmed it and that's how he makes his money, that's why he needs to pay taxes on it? I don't know. That sounds retarded. All I know is that they basically, I think the state hates him, and it's a problem. So you gotta be careful out there as a content creator.
Man, he's got a huge community backing him though.
Yeah, now the unsub crew is backing them too.
And not just that, every other automotive content creator out there,
Yeah,
because he's done a lot for a whole bunch of other people.
yeah. Well, a lot of these guys do.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, I don't know if you heard about this or not, because I follow everything unsub. But the final, I think it's technically the final show they did in New Jersey this past weekend. Apparently, the worst fucking experience they've had on any live tour. Period. Really? The theater people, like the actual workers there, were just shitheads. They were rude. Some of the guys were literally hitting on the wives of the unsub people.
Whoa.
Like blatantly hitting on them, not like passing whatever. Apparently they were difficult the entire time. And the biggest issue came at the end of the show. It looked like it was when they're doing the signing of stuff at the end, where they're all just chilling on the stage and everybody comes up. Somebody had a medical emergency in the crowd. And I guess because it's time for everything to get shut off, it's like big crowd of people right up against the stage. Dude must have had a heart attack or something happened. They can't tell from the videos exactly what happened. There's several videos of it going on. They turned off the lights.
Wow.
And then when everybody's yelling, hey, turn on the fucking lights, there's a medical emergency, they wouldn't.
That's some shithead shit.
Yeah. And Nick, the fat electrician, said, yeah, these are union workers who basically refused to turn on the lights because they wanted another $2,000 to continue to work.
That's when you, as the showrunners and people that are supporting that show, basically take over and start running everything.
Yeah, maybe.
Start throwing your weight around and doing the job they weren't going to do.
I think eventually it got somewhat settled, but it wasn't like the stage lights or anything. It was the main house lights. You can see it in the video. They just shut them off. Like, it's like, okay, maybe the show's running a little bit long. Kill the lights to get people to leave. But also, these are union workers who probably have an exact time that they have to stop. Mm-hmm. And so for them, it was, oh, well, I'm done. Tunk, turn off the fucking lights. And like, hey, we're literally in the middle of a fucking medical emergency and we're trying to get aid to this person. Yeah. Now we can't fucking see. Now people bust out their cell phones, whatnot, but that's not the situation you want. And then you see a security person coming through the crowd to try to get to it. It was a fucking mess. Everybody who was there, all the unsub guys, everybody related is blowing them up on Twitter, fucking talking about how shitty this fucking theater is and everything else like that. There'll probably be lawsuits. The guy who had the emergency probably should sue. And all these other things. He didn't die or anything from what I heard, but like, it's a fucking clusterfuck.
Well, they literally hindered a medical emergency.
Yeah, they hindered it. And if it's true that they were told to turn the lights back on and they said, nope, sorry, we're off the clock. If you want the lights on, you got to pay us another $2,000.
Isn't that essentially interfering with a 911 call?
Probably. And that's one thing that Angry Cops brought up about either
because that's a felony.
Yeah, it could be a felony. A lot of other things. So it does look like there will be some retribution in that case. These guys clearly didn't know who they were fucking with. Also, I think they charged them more than anybody for the fucking thing and stuff like that. Like, they've had a breeze with almost everyone. They said that the Hard Rock Cafe or Hard Rock, whatever it is, in Universal Studios Orlando was the best fucking thing they've ever had to deal with. Like, even though it's inside Universal, that's kind of the only thing. But like they said, like everybody was super friendly. Everyone is super fucking helpful. Anything we need, they're just fucking on it. And like everything else, they're like, okay, cool. Yeah, here's how you do this.
That helps if the venue wants you to be there.
Yeah, this definitely felt like the venue did not want them there. Now, I can understand if the Boston venue didn't want them there. I don't think they went to the same one. But like apparently there's stories about things that happened in Boston from last year. but not necessarily on the venue, but a bar they went to that didn't take kindly to outsiders.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically they started swinging their wallets around because these guys decided to get shitty with them as they're literally throwing out thousands of dollars worth of fucking whatever for booze and everything. Apparently locals were pissy about it and had the bar owners fucking kick them out.
Really?
Treat them like shit while they were there. It's like, I mean, excuse my fucking $1,200 bar tab, you piece of shit. And so, like, they didn't mention what bar it was because they wanted to go back again this year and see if
Just to fuck with them?
just see if they remembered. And they're like, yeah, that'd be funny. So, but yeah, no, that's a shitty way to basically end the fucking tour. It was their last 2 shows. So that's that. It's funny they chose December in the Northeast for their final show.
Great plan.
I was like, why didn't you guys end in San Antonio?
In Houston, yeah.
Or Houston. They didn't do a Houston show, and I'm still mad about that. I mean, I had a
Yeah,
good
they
time.
could have hit the flying saucer.
Nah. I forget. Actually, I don't even know what theater they did or what place they went to.
Mm-hmm.
But it might have also been, it's like Houston's a little harder to book, you know, that kind of stuff, going through certain things. Apparently, Ticketmaster is getting their ass reamed for overcharging. Like, the government is stepping in.
Wow.
Because basically Ticketmaster is like double or triple charging people for tickets for anything.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the fees are fucking
Well, they've got a
absurd.
monopoly.
Almost have a monopoly. And then I forgot who it was. One of these people I follow, and they're literally saying, hey, go hit up Ticketmaster for this thing. And I'm just like,
No.
it's the meme. Like, do you not know what's going on with Ticketmaster? It's like, no, thank you. Either way, guys, my back hurts. And I don't know if there's anything else we need to talk about.
No,
right
we
this second.
lifted it up a little bit.
Did we?
Well, we talked about people we like.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess we did do that. Also, guys, once again, Merry Christmas. You know, like I said, I'm going to drop this show right before Christmas, so it is what it is. And, of course, next week, we're going to probably go post-Christmas, so it'll be a very awkward situation. And then we're going to go again on New Year's Eve, which we still haven't talked about.
We haven't locked that down, but I'm going to definitely try to get off for it.
You should, because that's our thing.
And
that's what we do.
As I was told over Thanksgiving, and as is generally good advice for everybody, don't be a dick.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we've literally gone over that repeatedly on this show. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Hey, just don't be a dick.
Rule number 1, don't be a dick. 2, don't burn dinner.
3, don't do meth.
Don't do meth.
Don't burn meth either. And of course, guys, if you want to get some of our merch, please attempt to do so at the Teespring link. Look, Teespring is shitty, don't get me wrong, but it does look, this is actually an old shirt. I got this 2 years ago. But I did get my Couch Dweller stuff eventually. So if you want any of the Couch Dweller stuff, if you want the mugs are generally not held up because it's a different company that does that kind of stuff. Still going to look for a new merchant in the future. So there's that. I don't even know if you can still buy the beanies, but this is the Nightmare Christmas beanie with Santa Picard on it.
Yeah.
So, and I designed that. That's me. I did that one. And this was all me. The Now You Made It Awkward Christmas with the plaid and the lights and all that, the fun stuff. So it took me hours to fucking make this. It's like find it exactly right. Plus the software wasn't nearly as good now. And I am working on, and I don't know if I was doing an ugly Christmas sweater version of things, but I was trying to find a company where I didn't have to bulk order shit.
Yeah.
And I think I found one that I can. It's not going to be remotely in time now, but if you guys maybe want either a Nymea ugly Christmas sweater, which will basically be our logo but on a Christmas sweater, or a Couch Dweller, because that's the one I definitely not locked down, was the Couch Dweller ugly Christmas sweater. I might still technically be in my cart, so I might be able to get one of those. So let us know in the future what you want there. And then, of course, next episode hopefully will be our full threesome once again, and we can open up the box from the
Good grief.
Shawno.
Yeah, that'll be a month
Pretty much a month.
since we've gone as a tree.
Pretty much. We miss Chad.
Yeah.
I mean, like, literally, I piled shit in his chair because he's not here.
Yeah, it doesn't give me fives when we piss you off.
Sad floating hand.
No hands, back to me.
Hold on, wait. Do it again.
Yeah, no friends, back to me.
There we go. And we may or may not have extra guests later in the future because we have an old friend, as Heffy teased me with last week. Now I know who it was.
Yes.
That should have come along with him today for the show.
He wanted to eat a free lunch and get drunk.
I mean, yeah, I don't want him to get drunk here. That would be bad.
Yeah. But I left I didn't even order.
Yeah. So either way, guys, I'll come back to the close-up cameras there. So, guys, once again, Merry Christmas. We'll see you on the New Year's gig at some point. Actually, technically, the New Year's show will come out after New Year's, but, whatever. That's
we'll
how
get
life
there.
works. That's how life works. It is what it is. But we'll see you guys there. So, happy holidays, Merry everything. Follow us on all of the things. And, of course, have a Merry Awkward Christmas, bud.
Very awkward Christmas to you.
Yes, very awkward Christmas to you all. And an awkward Christmas, everyone. And then like kids' voice for that. Tiny Tim, Merry Awkward Christmas. Either way. With that,
Okay, bye.
bye.